Welcome to A Word of Hope for Tuesday, this 11th week of Ordinary Time. I'm Brother Joe Trout with you for my third and final time today. And I'd like to start with a little bit of a personal story. When I was in the third grade, I had a fairly rough year, back when I was that 8-year-old. And I went through most of the year without very many friends at school. I came home crying a couple of times because I felt like I was totally alone at school. And so my parents, I think wisely, decided to change schools. Why pay to go to a Catholic school? Son's going to be miserable. So I moved to the fourth grade in a different school, and out of nowhere, the kind of class tough guy decided to become my friend. It was a really kind of jarring experience that after feeling so lonely for a while, this guy just out of nowhere chose to invite me over, bring me to things, and become a friend to me. I've asked him, we're still very close to this day, and neither one of us really remembers why we became friends. It just happened. He just chose it. But it was jarring at that time that it's easy to think of reasons why people don't like you. It's easy to think of reasons why, we could be separated for others. But it's hard to explain friendship and love. At the end of the day, you can't really put criteria to it. Even theologically, we can get trapped in the same thing, that it's easy to think of my sins, the reasons why God shouldn't love me. But to accept that God does. God simply does. God has chosen to love us into existence, that he chose to come and suffer and die for us because of his love, to bring us into life when we were his enemies, in one sense, that God has chosen to be friend to us. This is that deeply challenging part of the Sermon on the Mount, where Jesus says that we are called to love our enemies, to become friends to others, and not just love those who it's easy to love. And I think in our world, we've really gotten lost at times in questioning too much whether people deserve help, whether others are deserving of support or change or any kind of justice in society. Rather than acting with that instinct that Jesus calls us to, that we ought to love as God loved, to be friend to others, to build that up, and to not get lost in, does so-and-so deserve this? That we can choose to make the world a better place through our love, through our sacrifice. It says in this that we are called to be, the children of God by loving, but we can be a pretty dysfunctional family at times. If we want to really have a hopeful, peaceful world, will we move past that and be a source of that hope? I think in doing so, we will find great joy along the way. Thank you. It's been a pleasant 3 days with you all, and God bless.